Y'all listen now. You can't be good and bad. You can't be on one end of the spectrum and think that life is going to go smooth. I'll give you an example. You can't be prostituting 1 minute and then trying to go to school and date and be with a man the other minute. You can't be going to a strip club all the time as a man and being out clubbing all the time and want a relationship. You can have one, but it ain't gonna work. You can't be good and bad because they don't like each other. The evil don't like the good, and the good don't like the evil. So they don't match. And what happens is you have an unbalanced life. You know, the good side in you wants to be good and it wants to rise above all else. And the bad side want to keep you operating on a lower level, thinking with your groins or your vagina. And it's all mostly motivated or sexual motivated. Most of the time for men. Men and women are a little different. There is some girls that are nymphos, but it's not a lot of them. And most of them are people who had bad childhood or they just been around that all their life. Their mom was like that. Their dad was like that. Whoever was like that. So it's just learned behavior in the environment that you are in. But you got to pick a side. You got to pick if you want to be mostly good or mostly bad. Because even if you are on one side, you're not all the way perfect. You still have those kind of feelings to go backwards or go forward if you're more bad than evil. But example, like you see that a lot of girls that's out here making money off of men and using their body, you know, it's just a hard life. You got to stay constantly dressing up all day or you don't feel like people like you. Unless you're naturally pretty, then you don't have to worry about that. But it's just people always going to see you bad if you're doing bad. They rarely going to see your good that you do. Because like I said, good doesn't like evil. And evil will always try to make good look bad. So, and it's just, people want to see the bad in people. So it's so much easier for them to highlight that bad side than that good side. And I'm going to do a video about women that like boss men. A lot of the times women think that what they're doing is going to attract boss men. And it's mostly sexual and sensual. And a lot of times you're right. But we trying to keep a man, not get him. You can get a man easy. It's keeping him is the hardest part. That's why you're single right now. And men operating in a bad way, doing all this evil spirited stuff, selling drugs. If I'm not talking about you, if it don't apply, let it fly. Selling drugs, out here on the street hustling all day. And then you wonder why your money is going so fast. I was in that lifestyle and I promise you, that money went so fast. I'm telling you. Talking to the ballers, I always had to worry about my hair gotta be done all the time. I'm talking about weave, nails, eyelashes, purses. It's just not a life that I want to ever go back to. And only to find out that the boss that you want wants everybody that's bad like that. And even though I knew, in my heart, I knew this is what I was thinking back then, that I had the best stuff that he could ever have because all the stuff he did for me. It's always something new that come around that tests that. And you always going to feel like you're not never good enough. That it could be over any day. Because he has so much power that his money will make anybody do anything for him. And it's just operating in the lowest form. And then the man that's the baller. You know, you going through women after women. And then you just don't even know who you are as a person. Don't even know who really loves you and cares for you. That's why you keep moving around. You're just operating at the lowest form of your mind. And it's just not a good thing. You have enough manpower and mind power to move around and not fall in love. But you don't have enough mind power to be in a relationship and build that wealth and just keep it because you're selfish and you want multiple women. I mean, you could do what you want to, but you'll never be happy. All the females that's saying, okay, I'm going to be in your house and I don't mind if you have another female because I like women. Check on my video about faking men that's getting faked out. You're faking yourself out. Because I'm telling you like this, you get 2 women in the house, there's got to be a queen. And both of them can't be a queen. Just like you can't have 2 men in the house. They will pretend and pretend and pretend. But if they love you, for real, ain't no money can make them let you love another female like you love them. When you go over to the other side of the house and be with the other woman, she ain't going to be happy. And then they going to start plotting. Either together or apart. Somebody's going to be smart enough and say, well, he ain't going to love me enough, so I'm going to build my wealth and I'm going to get up out of here. It's going to be somebody who's neglected because you always going to like somebody a little bit more than that other person. It's not going to work. A woman has to love you more than money for it to work. You hear me? You talking to a vet, okay? A woman has to love you more than money to make it work, or it's not going to work. So if you got 2 hoes in the house, but y'all call them, and you got two females that's selling their body to you and offering their life to you for your money, then it's a disaster waiting to happen. You better be having them in the outhouse where you don't really stay at, something that you don't even care about, because as soon as their feelings get into it, it's over for you. And don't be illegal. They're going to sell you out. They ain't going to care about you because they don't feel like you care about them. I don't care how attentive you trying to be and how players you trying to be. A woman is always going to be jealous of anybody that she feel that take her place. Okay, so jealousy is when you think somebody is there to take your place. The opposite person or whoever, you're going to be jealous of the person that you feel can take your place. And one of the girls are going to be better than the other girl at a lot of stuff that you like more. Once you get them in the house, because most of the time men are acting from lust, and you put these women in your house that you just met, like maybe a couple of months, and you start liking them, and maybe you've been dealing with them for a year, but you haven't been living with them for a year. So it's best to, not even do that. If you do that, you have to put them in 2 different houses. And it's still not going to work. It just ain't going to work. Like I said, good doesn't like bad. And they do teach that women and men can be together. Two men at the time. But they'll be in the United States. It's not going to work here. I don't know nobody who's successful with this for years. I mean, over 10 years. There's no like model man that's had two women here in the United States and it's working. And if it is, it's not a lot of them. Shit, you can barely work with one. How can you work with two? It ain't gonna work, bruh. All that polygamy or whatever that's called, it's gonna be fake. It ain't gonna be no real love. So you just gotta stop living in dreamland and live in the real land. Either you're gonna be horrible as far as a woman, you out here getting that money, don't be falling in love, get that bread. And I'm not trying to say this as no advice because I don't want y'all to do that. I'd rather you be on the good side. But it don't mix. So if you out here doing what you do, because I mean, you do what you do, you got to do it all the way. Whatever you doing, you got to do it. You can't be all good and then try to be evil. And then you can't be all bad and then try to, be good. It's just not going to work. So this is what you do. If you out here doing what you doing, whatever you doing, I don't care what it is, do it to the 10th power. Be the best at whatever you're going to be good at. And you can't mix it. And remember and remind yourself, oh, this is being good. I can't do this. I got to be all the way on this side. Or if you good, oh, this ain't good. I gotta be good. Let me fix this. Just try to be the best you're gonna be. And I'm gonna tell you this: the good side is the fun side, and the best side to be on. You get so much stuff. I'm so blessed in so many ways, and I'm so happy. And I'm not rich, and I ain't got a lot of money, but I'm happy. And a lot of people out here be at work. I hear so much that stuff going on in relationships in people's world that's mixing and matching. Don't know who they are. And they so unhappy. Once you find out who you are, you'll be happy. Once somebody loves you for who you are, no matter if you dress up or not, no matter, just love your spirit. Not just your body, your spirit. When I was loved for my body, I just wasn't happy. So find somebody who loves you for you in your spirit and your mind and mentality. And I promise you it'll make you whole. And be on the good side. Like I say all the time, follow the Nation of Islam. It'll tell you who you want to be. And if that side is not the side you want to be on, choose the other side. If I see you coming, I'm going to move out your way because that's not what I want to be around. But I respect you. If you're going to do whatever you're going to do, I respect you. And we don't got to get into it or, just because you bad, that don't mean you have to get into it with somebody. You could still be like, hey, how you doing? And, and move around. Or don't say nothing because the bad in you won't allow you if you think that's too good. Because I know that bad people can be cunning. So it could be part of your cunning and manipulation or whatever you're doing. I hope I can break it down to y'all because I'm not as smart as far as, I'm very smart. Common sense wise, but as far as words, I'm older, so I don't speak the good language like these young people do. But I want to break it down to people who understand me and who don't understand all that big language and all that stuff. So I'm here for y'all. And the people who got that big language and know all the words that I'm seeking, I know you can understand it as well. Y'all have a good one. And pick good over bad. And if you don't, we still respect you and we still love you. And we hope you come down or come up to our side, because it's a higher vibration when you're on a good side and you walking with God. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be trying to be good. Try every day to be a better person. Have a good day.